Morning, all. All right, so some news of the day today. Of course, it's Thanksgiving on the American side of the border, so happy Thanksgiving to anybody watching in the U.S. Or hey, Canadians, have yourself another turkey. So, yeah, today's news of the day. Also, locally, because I've had people asking, we are getting some rainstorms coming in over the next few days. It's more of a normal rainstorm level, like it's not the historic we had last week. So the hope is it won't make flooded situations worse just after they started getting better. We've got our fingers crossed on that, and we'll see how it goes. The Department of Player Safety today decided $5,000 was good for everything. I can't prove that they're just going to take the day off for Thanksgiving, but here we are. Morrissey was fined $5,000 for a slash on Texier, and I'm pretty sure that all of them said maximum allowable. Max Domi has been fined $5,000 for unsportsmanlike conduct. He just lost it last night. Like it was ridiculous. It's almost like you want to pull him aside and go, hey, you know you're winning, right? You know your team's winning, right? And so just a little bit off. Nikita Zaitsev's also been fined $5,000 for a cross check on Timo Meyer. Now, because they're all $5,000 fines, this ensures that everybody will remain upset. People who don't think any of them qualified for a fine are going to be like, well, that's ridiculous. Why wasn't that fined? And people who wanted suspensions aren't going to be happy. And then everybody else will look at the $5,000 and think, so they're giving out $5,000 fines like Oprah's giving out stuff under her seats. So yeah, that's just how they chose to go with it today. We'll see what the next days bring, but we know there won't be any kind of suspensions announced tomorrow because there aren't any games tonight in the NHL. Ryan Reaves gets 2 assists last night. It's his first multi-point game since January 2nd, 2018, thus the Rangers jersey. And, of course, the Hockey Fights Cancer, continuing the month-long discussion I've been having with that, too, and the charity that I support that's in the description below this video. So, yeah, Reaves with 2 assists. He had a good game. And again, I think Reaves has helped the New York Rangers. I know there was a lot of things said about Reaves when he was in Vegas, especially towards the end, about whether or not he was hurting the team. But I think there's still a place in the NHL for Ryan Reaves. Sean Durzi last night, it's his NHL debut against Toronto. 1 goal, 1 assist. And, of course, what's interesting with that is that it's a 6-2 win for Toronto. Durzi ends up getting 2 points on the 2 goals by the Kings. And, of course, he was the number 52 pick in 2018 by the Toronto Maple Leafs, who was traded in the Jake Muzzin deal, along with a first-round pick and Carl Grundstrom. I really think the Kings are going to like, I think Kings fans are going to like Durzi, and I think that he's got a pretty good upside. And that's where we start getting into the question of, okay, so Jake Muzzin is this really good defenseman in Toronto, but, you know, when Durzi really hits his stride, if he becomes that top 4 defenseman really good, when do we have that discussion about, you know, Toronto having the present and maybe making that sacrifice of the future? Because for Toronto, it's a matter of if they win a Stanley Cup, everything's fine. But again, that's something to look at later. David Kampf is to be evaluated today after a hit in the head last night from Kupari, which there wasn't really any, I didn't see any egregious premeditation with, so I get why Department of Player Safety didn't do anything with that. So Kampf got hit and rocked pretty good there, and hopefully he's okay. But a concussion is likely, and so, yeah, we'll see what that does to the Leafs lineup. Because while Kampf is a bottom 6 forward and he doesn't produce a ton of points, he has been important for Toronto. And so if he's out for any period of time beyond, say, a week or maybe 2 weeks, that could be tough. But we'll see. Last night's game between Minnesota and New Jersey, delayed by traffic because Minnesota was stuck in traffic. Now, where Lindy Ruff gets upset, and he's not wrong, is along the lines of, hey, you've got to be there on time. So somebody screwed up somewhere, and he wasn't happy about the fact that, you know, New Jersey's kind of cooling their heels a little bit while they're waiting for the Minnesota Wild to arrive. So that's what delayed that game, and if I had known that before time, I would have moved him around on the boards. But hey, you know, these things happen. Anyways, yep, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about, you know, Thanksgiving or the fact that everybody got fined $5,000 today. So the wheel of justice got stuck, and they went, it's fine. We can't spin it. It's fine. $5,000 for everybody. Let's go home. Everybody's going to have turkey. So there you go. Yeah, thank you guys so much for all your support as always. If you haven't already hit if you haven't already hit like and subscribe, I'll eventually get that out. by all means do so now. And hey, thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.